Hi guys, welcome. So we are in was it week 4 round 2 in 3v3 the GAC. So we are almost at the end. It's been a really long season, and before I jump into this round's match, I'd just like to say a huge thank you for all my fellow Shadowland Alliance members, because over the weekend they came together and I gained a lot of new subscribers thanks to them. I think the final result was around 80 or 90. So at the moment, as I'm recording this video, I'm like 4 subscribers away from the 800, which is crazy. And I really do appreciate every single one of you who subscribe to my channel. It really means a lot. And yeah, if you're new to this channel, please subscribe. It really means a lot, and every single one of the new subscribers help to keep growing this channel. And if you've never seen my channel before, I'm mainly focused on GAC, and particularly on 5v5. So yeah, today the opponent is Gurge, who was actually on Twitch with me. Excuse me. So I haven't actually changed my defense since last round, because I figured that is still something new. So I placed Ray, CLS, this Beres lead, first order team, Padme, and then Gas. Up top, what was it up top? Oh yeah, it's the same thing. So yeah, you guys can pause it if you wanted. Like it's a solid defense, and I'm going to cut to the final result, and then I'm going to show what's in the back. So his defense, he set down Dash with Han and Chewie, Finn with the Bros, Bossk with Zam and Dengar, and that GG team with Magna and B2, and then the Qui-Gon Jinn with Cam and Anakin, which is the strongest Qui-Gon Jinn comp. So yeah, down south he plays some really good teams. Like one of them is JMK with Cat, the other one is a really fast Starkiller team with a 372 Marjade, Gas with Rex and 5s, CLS with 3-pack and 3PO, and then also DR with Basti and Malak, and that was a really fast DR team as well. I think 356 or something like that. So yeah, the first battle was I decided to use Thrawn with Gideon against CLS. Now, I mean, this is a really hard counter. There's not a lot to talk about this. I'm sure many of you guys are using this every single round. It's just, it takes a while to reach, to kill a 3-pack, because he's so tanky. But what you need to do is start stacking the armor shred on him. Once you do that, I normally apply 3 of those debuffs, on him. And then, other than that, you just basically need to keep an eye on Thrawn's turn meter. Like, you want the fracture to stick on CLS as long as possible. And yeah, other than that, it's just a waiting game. You just basically use Thrawn special all the time whenever you can, and pull back the turn meter with Gideon's second special. So yeah, I was really surprised that, pleasantly surprised about that, almost 90. Well, it was almost 100, to be fair, new subscribers to my channel. It's just brilliant. I mean, I'm not sure if I mentioned it so far, but I think up to this point, during the 6 months, I already have over 6,000 watched hours on my channel. So again, I really do appreciate your support, guys. And as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, like, every single subscriber, it means a lot. And thank you for all your help and support. So yeah, I managed to kill a 3-pack. Now it's just about CLS. Luckily he's a bit more squishy, so he should die fairly easily. But it basically is the same thing. Always swap with the highest turn meter person. It's either Gideon or Storm, so you can keep the fracture on CLS. And he's gone. So it was a 67, which is great. So I decided to use Lord Vader against Gas, because Gersh is like an efficiency player. So I really needed high banners on every single battle. And yeah, Lord Vader is really tanky. So even though Gas keep applying the armor shred on him, it does nothing really to him. It's just eventually his damage is going to ramp up, and then he can just delete everybody. We just need to wait. Mostly until we reach our first ultimate. That's when his damage keeps ramping up. So normally what I do is I always go after Rex first to trigger the sacrifice, because I'm not worried about that. Here I wanted to use the middle first, so I can sit with Gas will sit down, and then I can go into ultimate, use the AoE, and then might actually trigger the sacrifice. At least that was my plan, which it did, so it worked out great. And now Rex had a 12 dots on him, which meant that he died in sadness. So now it's about the same thing. Keep applying the dots, and eventually Gas will die. We're probably going to drop a banner. At least that's what I was afraid of, but apparently not. So we managed to get a 59, which is awesome. So now, again, this is a really fast DR team, but I still decided to use Troopers, even though it could be scary, and well, at the beginning you always need to kill Basti first, like go all in, because like she must die. Now we only have 7 stacks, but I still decided to go all in on Malak, which might have been a mistake, because now DR managed to get a turn, but luckily we managed to get the assists, so Malak died. So now, yeah, it wasn't a really good banner win. Now, if you guys watched my previous video where I failed against the Starkiller team with Hux, because my Hux was slower. I decided that nope, never again. I'm never again going to use this the first order counter ever again, where I'm slower than Marajade. It's just not worth it. It just causes so much headache. It's just horrible. So I'm always going to overkill it. It's a high banner win, 57, so I take it. And I can keep a lot of good teams for offense. Now against this JMK team, I'm going to I used Slicker with Daka and Zombie. Now the key thing to this fight is like there are some RNG elements involved in this. Like you want your Daka to stay alive until Slicker reaches his 100% ultimate, which means Daka can die twice, but obviously you want her to stick around as long as possible. So there's absolutely no point healing, because Daka had healing immunity, and now Slicker managed to get rid of that, and they keep going after Zombie, but unfortunately Slicker too. So the difference between Slicker and Lord Vader, like eventually all those armor shreds can really hurt Slicker. So that's not really good. But slowly but surely we keep ramping up our damages on Slicker. And as long as they keep going after a Zombie, which remember they can only Kenobi can ignore taunt all the time, but once they go into ultimate, then they are free to go after Daka or Slicker. So what I want to do is now Daka died twice if I'm right, but we're still looking good. That's a bit scary, because we have the healing immunity on us. But we just keep ramping, and we triggered the first sacrifice. Well, not sacrifice, but savior, I should say. And now, Kenobi died, and now JMK died as well from our ultimate. So yeah. Now it's just about banners. Unfortunately, it wasn't pretty, but I'll take 53 against JMK. So let's see what he has at the back. We were really clean on his front wall. So that's JML. So he has an Qi'ra lead nest with Zelbar, Darth Vader with Set and Talon, JKR with Shakti and the old band. That was actually really, really fast Shakti, like 366 speed. Maul with Kendris and Droidica with it had its speed was around 255, something like that, and then JML. So I decided to use a C against JML. So I just took the Marauder just for to have another seat around, so I can get a head start on them, but unfortunately died from the first coin. So what I want to do is like the only reason I took another sit in is just I was thinking that I can be like go all the way like 50% or something on our ultimate charge before he dies, but yeah, it wasn't the case. But now we are looking good because we're about to reach our ultimate. It's more like a case of are we going to lose what, or can he stick around? So reeling berries as well, because Ayla already lost her ultimate, her protection. So yeah. Nice. What is still alive? Can we get his health back? No. So it's only a 52. But that's okay. So next up is this Qui-Gon Jinn team against Dash and Han and Chewie. Now the best case scenario is they open up on Qui-Gon, kill him, and then we delete them with Anakin, but it wasn't the case here. In order to get good banners, you really want Qui-Gon to die, because look at the Cam is in red, Qui-Gon is in yellow, Anakin is in red, so it was really ugly. 51. So Wampa against Iden. Nope, against GG, sorry. So it was against GG. There's nothing really special about this. Just keep going and going until Wampa deletes everyone. Like GG can do nothing about Wampa. We just keep ramping up our stats and offense. So managed to get a 59, which is great. So since I had this Hux team, I was like, that was a 343 or 44 Finn, but obviously I was faster, and we managed to delete Finn on our first mass assist. Now we just go after Poe. He died. Decided to keep using basic. Now because we have advantage, we can hit twice. So I just keep one. Yeah, I mean this is an overkill, but it's a good 57 banner win. So yeah, that's great. Now, I know I keep using this team on Mothma against this Boba team, but I might have to change it, because it's like playing with fire. It's not that simple. Like my goal is like I wanted to go after Zam, kill her, then the rest of them, Boba and Dengar, are going to lose their stacks. But yeah, Boba's rocket is a nightmare, and he deleted Qi'ra. So suddenly I was like, wow, that's not good. And then Zem went under stealth as well, so I was forced to go after Boba. And if he kills somebody, then he's going to regain that extra life again. So I was like, oh, please don't die, please don't die. So Combat Car managed to stay alive, barely, and we deleted Boba. So I was like, wow. Now I was like, can we get some banners back? I said, nope. I'm just happy that I managed to get the one shot. So since I still had JML left, I was like, okay, let's use him against JKR. This is like overkill. Basically, we just keep using the coins. Blow is there for the turn meter boost, but we had full turn meter on everybody, so there was no point using it. So yeah, just go after Luke first, and now it's just all ban. It's all about the banners now, which is we are looking good. So it should be a 57. Yep. Yeah, this counter is always a bit scary. Like it's by no means 100%, but it has a really high win rate. So I was like, okay, same thing as always, need to apply the extortion on Anakin, but Anakin decided to delete Nute on turn 1, which isn't fun, because we need him. Now we applied that, so we deleted Qui-Gon. Luckily, he, instead of using his AoE or basic, he just get rid of the extortion. So now we need to take care of Anakin. And Cam decided to, okay, let's kill Jango. Again, these guys can hit really hard, so luckily Anakin was gone. And now it's just, let's try to get some banners back. Yeah, let's apply extortion. We're not looking that good. I think we're probably going to drop one. Yeah, 56. So I'll take that. It's a risky counter, but it was a good 56. So since I still had JKR and JKL, I decided that let's use him. I use them against Darth Vader because my goal was like I can stun them and then I can control the battle. So what I wanted to do is dispel the taunt, and now I can, what I should have done is go after Talon first, but yeah, eventually I managed to kill her anyway, so now she won't be able to save Darth Vader, but he managed to go into Merciless, which isn't fun. And we need to kill Darth Vader like ASAP. But it's really bad banners, 54. And that Maul team decided to use BAM with Han and Chewie. I mean, these guys are gear 12, so it was a mismatch in relics, but Maul still decided to go, which you guys will see in a sec here. So he went all in and he almost managed to kill Chewie. That's why we brought BAM, and that's why I never use his poop stance, because he won that savior. And then against this Qi'ra Nest team, yeah, my goal was to let's use bounty hunters with Bossk. That's a really tanky lead, and eventually, once we trigger the contract, we can just delete Nest. But it's going to take a while because we need to go after the weakest ally. But then Mando decided to hold my beer and he deleted Qi'ra. But now, problem is Nest is the weakest ally, and she keeps countering us, which isn't fun. Luckily, Mando can ignore taunt. But now Nest stunned him. So, yeah. I was keep trying to stun Zalbar, but I had no luck with it whatsoever. So, we need 2 more hits. Got it, we got the contract, now it's all about banners. Let's try to recover. There's still no stun. Delete Nest. Yeah. We need a little bit more. We got it, so we are at 57. We're just waiting for Mando's big hit, but never mind. He just deleted Zalbar anyway. So here's the fleets. We have Malevolence, Thrawn, which is the anti-rebel comp with TIE Fighter, and then Holdo. So I decided to use Negotiator against Malevolence first. I think that's what I used. Yep. So this is, yeah, obviously this is like a hard counter. Things can go bad. But normally, yeah, this is like a really easy counter. So what you want to do is like do basic with 5s on the Sunfac to apply offense and defense now, and then all in. And now just delete the watcher droid. And now it's going to come down to RNG, because Spy is obviously going to come in from the bench, and it's all about who he's going after first. Who he's going to mark. So put the Savior, Unending Loyalty on Anakin, and of course Spy decided to, okay, let's go after Anakin. So we already lost the Unending Loyalty, and they just keep hammering him down. So I was like, oh god, that's not good. We have Snapes as a damage dealer, and we still need to delete Hyena first. And Anakin is barely hanging on. I was like, oh no. And we lost Anakin. I was like, oh wow. I was so clean on ground, because I was like, oh please now. I really don't want to lose this battle. Because remember, Hyena and the Spy is still there. So I was like, okay, we can delete Hyena, that's good. But Spy is under stealth. So we have all these bus droids on us. I don't want to kill them to give turn meter to the Malevolence, but I was like, I need to use the bombs. So we killed everybody else, but now Soldier came in. I need to go after him first. We lost Y-Wing. I was like, wow. So I need a turn meter. Luckily, I managed to delete the Spy, but now I gave turn meter to them. So I was like, let's protect 5s, because he's our only tank, and then now they reached their ultimate. And we lost Plow. Well, in the end, wow. 64, really ugly banners, but at least it was a one shot. So, yeah, this Thrawn fleet. Like, I really don't like this counter. But remember, because there is TIE Fighter there, I had to use it, because this is the anti-rebel comp. So I was like, okay, let's see what happens. Like, I need to delete TIE Bomber first, but we need to put the Haunted on Darth Vader, because he can deal a lot of damage, like a lot. So now was like, okay, let's stun him, which is good. I was happy with that. Now we managed to kill Darth Vader on turn 2. Now I was like, okay, stunned, let's ability block him, but I keep forgetting about the ship that it can cleanse. That's so annoying, like it really is annoying. So I was like, okay, let's try this again. Let's gain some turn meter, we have advantage. Big hit did nothing. I was like, let's bring in Achan on. Well, I was like, no, we need Gauntlet to get rid of all those debuffs and recover some protection. Keep feeding turn meter. At least we managed to get the stun, which is great. Special Forces time managed to stay there as well. That was a waste, because it had foresight, so there was no point wasting the buff immunity. I was like, let's recover some protection, because God knows what happens. And dodge. The dodges. There are so many dodges. I was like, we had turn meter, so let's remove the stealth. I mean the foresight, sorry. So at this point I was like, okay, we are kind of looking good, so let's call a mass assist on the shuttle. And then Thrawn decided to go. Luckily he only killed special forces, not silencer. So we deleted shuttle, and now there's one dodge, but luckily silencer managed to finish it off. So 67, really not good banner. 64, 67. So I was like, the only good thing about this that we have the rebels against Holdo. So it's been a while since I used this, but in theory it should be, out of these 3 battles, it should be the easiest one. So yeah, I was like, let's go after the Star Fortress first, and then let's delete Rey. I mean, we have so much offense on this team, so there's nothing special about this. I was like, okay, let's call in Cassian. I was thinking about maybe I don't need to do that, but then let's finish it off. Call Mayoff, and that's it. Finally, a high banner win, 72. So yeah, let's see the final score. Was it 2040? So yeah, he started to attack, but let's cut straight into the final score to see how I did. And yeah, just give me a sec, guys. So here's the final result, guys. I managed to win. So down here south, he managed to one-shot everything. Up top, let's see, he failed against my Inquisitors. And back here, he failed twice, once against my Maul team and once against my Dash. Because I mentioned it earlier, he was on my Twitch channel where I was recording. He told me that he tried to use troopers, but he failed. He couldn't kill Armorer in time. She stayed in red, and once she managed to get a turn, it was over. Moving up to ships, he one-shotted everything, as far as I know. There's always some bug or glitch with the blue stacks. Give me a sec. Yep, so he one-shotted everything. So yeah, I managed to climb up to 118th or something like that, 120. So I still have a chance to finish the 3v3 season in the top 100. So yeah, see you guys later on Twitch for my round 3 video, and I will post it on YouTube probably around Wednesday. But yeah, please guys, give this video a like and subscribe. As I mentioned it earlier, we are getting really close to the 800 subscribers mark, and if you want to get in touch with me, you can always join to my Discord server. The link is in the video's description, and also there is another link for my Twitch channel where I always record my videos, and we can have a chat while I'm doing my battle. So yeah, take care guys, bye.